Hello English learners, welcome to my channel Dr. Melika Kuti. Today I'm going to move to the past tenses. First of all, let us read this short biography about Abdelkader El Jazairi. So, Abdelkader El Jazairi was an Algerian religious and military leader who led the struggle against the French colonial invasion in the mid-19th century. He lived from 1880 to 1883. Good. The verbs in this short biography or short paragraph are was, led, and lived. And they are all past simple. So the focus today is on the past simple. Good. In English, there are two types of verbs for the past simple. Regular and irregular. Most verbs are regular. The others are irregular. Let's begin with regular verbs. Regular verbs are formed as follows. The base form, which means the infinitive without to, plus ed. So, we have, for example, visit plus ed gives visited, play plus ed played, act plus ed acted. Now, when the regular verb ends with e, so in this case we're going to add only d. So, for example, live plus d lived, like plus d liked, practice plus d practiced. Now, if the regular verb ends with a y preceded by a consonant or a consonant plus y, in this case, when we add ed, the I or the y changes to I. For example, try plus ed tried, cry plus ed cried, study plus ed studied. Now, let's have some examples of regular verbs in sentences. I liked Mary's dress. The verb here liked. He lived in Cairo. Shakespeare acted in some of his plays. The children played football in the stadium. Sometimes we double the last consonant. It means when the verb ends with a vowel plus consonant. For example, stop. Here in stop you have OP. So when we add ed to mark the past simple, we're going to double the P. Stop, stopped, double P. Scan, scanned, double N. Plan, planned, double N. Rap, rapped, double B. Great. Now let's see verb to be in the past simple. So for the past simple, we've got two forms. We have was and we have were. So with I, he, she, we use was. I was, he was, she was. With you, we, you, they, we use were. You were, we were, you were, they were. Examples: I was late to the meeting. The students were on strike. Great. Now, let's move to irregular verbs. So we said that for the past simple, there are two types of verbs, regular and irregular. We have seen the regular ones. Now we move to the irregular verbs. So these verbs do not end in ed. For example, we have verb to go. So the past of go is went. Write, wrote. Say, said. Read, read. See, saw. Speak, spoke. Take, took. So these verbs and other ones must be learned by heart. Good. Let's move to the three forms. Let's see the three forms in the past simple. I mean affirmative, interrogative, and negative. Let's take, for example, verb to work in the past. So work, we have the base form work plus ed. For example, I worked. He worked. Interrogative form. Did I work? Did he work? Negative form. I didn't work. He didn't work. Great. So this is an example of a regular verb. Now let's take another example of an irregular verb. Let's take, for example, verb to go. So we said that verb to go in the past simple is went. So I went, he went. Now, interrogative form. Did I go? Did he go? Negative form. I didn't go. He didn't go. Great. Now, let's explain when to use the past simple or the simple past. Number one, use the simple past tense for actions that started and finished in the past. Examples: she went shopping. When did they travel to Spain? Good. We often use time expressions such as 10 years ago, yesterday, last year, in 1980, and at midnight with a simple past. The simple past or the past time may also be clear from the context without a time expression. So let's take some examples. Examples. My family moved to Canada 10 years ago. She left hurriedly yesterday. Did you live on a campus last year? They got married in 1981. Good. Number two, use the simple past tense for habitual past actions. You can also use would and used to for this meaning. Let's take these examples. I played football every Tuesday afternoon when I was a child. I would play football all afternoon long. Dad used to practice karate when he was young. So, in brief, the past simple is used for actions that began and finished in the past, and for habitual past actions. That's it. Now let's move to when to use the simple past and when to use the present perfect. Great. So, use the simple past when the action happened at a specific time in the past. For example, he traveled to Thailand last year. Use the present perfect when the action happened at an indefinite time in the past. For example, he has been to many places, but we don't know when exactly. So here, the present perfect is more appropriate. Good. Use the simple past to say that something began and finished in the past. Example, Charles and Diana were married for 15 years. It means they are not married any longer. Now, use the present perfect tense to say that something began in the past and is still happening now. Example, William and Kate have been married for 8 years. It means they are still married. Use the simple past for repeated past actions that will probably not happen again. For example, I rewrote my paragraph twice. It means I will not rewrite it again. Use the present perfect for repeated past actions that may or will probably happen again. For example, I have rewritten my paragraph twice. It means I am still working on it. Okay, so I stop at here. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos. Thank you.